Hello, beautiful souls. It's Georgia. I know that I haven't done a YouTube video using my Oracle cards for a long time. I think it's time to start using them in public again. I think that one of the reasons I haven't done that is because I've been worrying about what people think of me, and that's ridiculous. I'm going to be 60 years old. What am I doing giving a hoot about what people think of me? Oh, that's such an old tape. Such old tapes that we have to reprogram our lives away from. That particular tape basically always said to me, well, if you do this, it won't be accepted. If you do this, it won't be conventional. If you do this, they're going to think that. There comes a point in life that you no longer live through the lens of the thoughts of other people. You live through the lens of who you are, your true self. That to me is a life that is minimally more fun. At least that's my experience when I am more of my natural self and express who I am no matter what anybody thinks. So, in celebration of the new me, I thought I would keep on doing some oracle card readings. Now, oracle cards are part of a ritual that I use every morning when I get grounded, and that ritual goes like this. First thing I do, even before I get out of bed, is I say my prayers. I say, thank you, God. And I especially make myself do that on days that I might be, waking up with some bad or negative thoughts. I just try to wipe that right away, and I begin with gratitude. I lay in my bed and give gratitude for things that are even painful to try to turn my mind around first thing in the morning. The next thing I do is I go get myself a cup of coffee, a really good cup of French press coffee, and I get my meditation book. And this meditation book for me is called Jesus Calling. Now, all of my life, even before I went to church, I was having connection experiences with Jesus. So, connecting to Jesus has very little to do with religion for me, because the life of Jesus has very little to do with religion. It's just a way of life. And I appreciate his way of life. So I connect to ideas around how to stay connected to the stories and the ideals that Jesus taught, and as well as some of the higher ways of thinking about life instead of kind of staying in negativity. That is step 2 of my everyday life. And step 3 is I start playing cards. Now, I have about 20 different oracle card decks. There are people who work with tarot cards. I do not do that because tarot cards to me are actually like astrology. It's a very fine science, and I'm not inclined to do that. I actually just am inclined to work with different kinds of cards that have pictures and messages and symbols. And this is a new deck that I got that I'm really enjoying. So I think I'm going to pull a card from here today. Angels and Ancestors Oracle card by Kyle Gray. So, when you work with oracle cards, you can ask a question or you can just see what arrives and make meaning from it. Because It could be an oracle card. It could be a phone call from a friend. Basically, the idea is that the universe, God, higher forces are always speaking to us in every experience of life. Many people say that we are first spiritual and then physical. So why not tap into those languages? When you work with oracle cards, like I said, you can ask a question or you can just wait and see. And I'm waiting to see if I get any intuitive prompts on any particular questions. I think right now I just want to pull a card for the greater collective of people who are just trying to be decent people in the world and be a ray of light. I hope you're one of them. You know, trying to, be healthier and happier in your own life and to give gifts to other people on the planet, wherever you might be. Some people call those light bearers. Some people call those creatives. Some people just call them do-gooders. Let's see what their message is for the do-gooders of the world. This card is called Oracle. Wait for important information. You know, that card speaks to me because I'm literally waiting on important information. And that card of being an oracle, of being a listener, just waiting and listening and waiting for the information to come forward in divine timing is a different way of tapping into the inner life and listening and waiting. It's very hard to do for me in particular because, we're raised in a society that says, make something happen. Go out there and do it. Get busy. Hustle, hustle, hustle. And yet, there's a mysterious world happening all around us. And all we really need to do is kind of do our best and wait for things to come. Keep the vibe high to attract the high vibe. I'm going to read this card real quick because the messages in this book are very sweet. And then I'm going to do one more card. Be open and receptive to information. Gather facts so that you can make a decision that is in line with your integrity. The Oracle is the truth speaker and insight bringer of this deck, the ancestor who will be your best outspoken girlfriend, someone who will tell you exactly what you need to hear to move forward. In this deck, she is reminiscent of the Oracle of Delphi, a priestess of ancient Greece who was able to receive information and make predictions. She holds a bowl that has a sacred smoke ring out of it, bringing the messages to look beyond all that you see and gather information in order to make an accurate evaluation of your current situation. So take time to think and be thoughtful about the next steps ahead. Angels, ancestors, and the universe are speaking to you at this time. So look and listen for important conversations, signs, and messages that will point you in the right direction. So whatever question that you're having, reflect. Listen. Maybe you are receiving information that's going to help you take those next steps. You're being guided to wait for more information before making any fast moves, because at the moment you're letting your wants get in the way of your needs. Sometimes we want things so bad, and they aren't what we need. So waiting a little bit and not moving from need or fear, and just waiting to hear the correct information for the next correct steps. There's an opportunity for you to see everything clearly at this time, but you will only be able to do so if you're willing to truly open your eyes. If you've been waiting for further information about a choice you have to make or action you have to take, don't take matters into your own hands, but let what needs to be revealed be revealed. Then you'll know what to do next. Angels are supporting you. Trust them. This is particularly helpful for me today, in spite of how much I want to have answers to several questions. This is reminding me just to wait and trust that answers will be forthcoming. So maybe in the week ahead, just take a chill pill and wait and see what arrives to help guide you along. I'm going to do one more card. This is from a new deck I got for Christmas from my son. It's an awesome deck. It's called Awake Inner Wisdom Cards. And what I like about this deck is that there's also a pretty cool crystal inside. What I want you to do is to think about a question you have. Let's see what comes out. It's not like oracle cards give answers, but they're like other kinds of messages that just give you a hint of what to possibly consider next, like any other message in the universe. I have two cards that have come out. Sparkling Synchronicity and Friend Flurry. Oh, I like these cards. I don't know if you can see the pictures. Because lately I've been needing to reconnect or connect to new people and make new friends. So I like the fact that there seems as there's going to be some good synchronicity with some cool people coming up. Maybe this helped you, maybe it didn't. As they say in the oracle world, just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Anyways, have a good day and have a good time sitting and listening and waiting for your information to arrive. Bye-bye.